Welcome, in front of me is a Google Pixel 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So, when you boot it up for the very first time, you should be presented with the screen as same one as I can see right now, and all you need to do here is select your desired language right over here on the very top, or not really at the very top, but basically the first out of the two options that we have right here, and just simply find your language. Now for me, it already has a language that I want to use selected, so I'm gonna just select cancel, and then I'm gonna choose get started. Set up using another device. So this would just allow you to quickly set up your device by, for instance, pairing up with the older device, and at that point it's just gonna transfer everything over pretty quick and painless. Very nice thing to utilize if, for instance, you have a bunch of data that you want to move over and add all your Google accounts and all that stuff, so it does that all for you. So you can utilize it. Now I'm going to be setting it up as new, so I'm going to select skip right here, and this will then prompt me to sign into a Google account, or not a Google account, a Wi-Fi, which I can skip, as you can see right here. So that's what I'm going to do. Now by skipping it, I will also lose the option to log into a Google account throughout the setup process, and date and time won't be set automatically. And there is one more, which I think, no, never mind, it won't let me know, but I think it was one of something along the lines of updates. Automatic update won't happen. Anyway, next page we have set up your SIM card. So we can do so by either inserting a physical SIM card. We should also have the option to use an eSIM, though it's not visible right here, so I presume we are able to add it through these settings only. Now tells me, actually gives me the message that I was hoping for before. So set up offline, and I lose the option to log into Google accounts, restore apps and data, get software updates, and automatically set up a date and time. So I'm going to continue anyway, and here's the date and time that isn't set automatically. I can fix it up if it's incorrect, but that being said, it is actually set up correctly. Then we have Google services like location scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. If you don't want them, you can completely turn them off. Limited warranty. So we have a bunch of different regions for it. You can read exactly what it says about your warranty, wherever you are based in right now. Next page, it allows us to select a PIN. Now by default it opts into a PIN, but we also have the option to select pattern or password. And additionally, once you select one of those, you can also actually just set it up. There we go. You can also add a fingerprint if you want to. I don't, so I'm gonna select skip or no thanks. And we can also add face unlock. Again, if you want to, you can add that in. Again, I'm gonna select no thanks. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you will not be able to have either face unlock or fingerprint without the physical unlocking, like PIN, pattern, or password. And the reason for that is if something would happen to your face, your finger, or the sensors on the device that read those, you would lose access to your device and all your data. Getting your phone ready, so let's give it a second, and apparently that was literally a second. Swipe to navigate. We have two options. We have either gesture navigation or physical buttons. By default it's using the buttons, but I do want to use the gestures. Guess I have to learn it to actually enable it for some odd reason. Cool. Gesture navigations have been long enough to not require tutorials. Okay, there we go. And we can swipe up, and there's our home screen. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.